Welcome back to another episode of Shop Reviews and News. What we got today is this here. Yep. Part number 165, Calvan Tools. Master inline flaring set. It's not a master set. Go away. It is a great idea. It's a masterful idea. It is not for somebody who makes their living off of fixing cars, that's for sure. It's more like for somebody who can flare brake lines or fuel lines on their bench. It can be done, but I'm telling you, it is a royal pain in the Ashtapula. However, I do have some tips and some ideas of how you can make it work if you bought this set. So if you bought the set and you can't send it back, don't toss it out in the garbage like I wanted to do like 15 times. Here's how you can make it work. Tip number 1. So I bought a bunch of this just to see if I could figure out how to make it work. Tip number 1. Get yourself some 60 grit sandpaper and violate the hell out of this pipe. Scratch it. I mean, you want it to look like it had been drugged down the gravel road. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, like that. That is going to contribute the most out of everything. If you don't do that, any other steps you take will not work. Here's some more steps. This is a 3/16 bit. You do get a tubing cutter. I'm sorry to say this, Calvan, but this piece of crap, yeah, trying to figure out, anyway, okay. It's bad, people. This is your die. It's 2 parts screwed together. And it's got a nub on the front here. You're going to loosen these. Take one out. Now I'm doing this, I'm not wasting your time, I'm doing this to show you what I did. This will not clamp down on that stainless steel. Why? I'll show you. Eventually. This, you see how this is different color? This was just like that. But these holes had high points, high spots from not very good machining. And this hole was exactly, this hole right here is exactly the right size, which means when you clamp down on it, you can't get any force. It's not going to smush down on there because it's clamping down like so. So I took it to the belt sander. I did it just enough to get the paint off because I still wanted this nub to work. Okay, so, of course. So how it works, know if you can see this here. Okay. Bottom part, top part. I found it easiest. Oh, you know what? You know how it works. Shit. Okay, so that didn't, rubbing these together didn't work. Actually, what I started with first was I thought about getting a piece of paper, and I cut some paper and I put it in here. I formed it around the tube, smushed it in there like so, and then did the other side, and then tighten this down. That didn't work. So I tried a piece of tape. Go away, bee. That didn't work either. So I tried a piece of 1500 grit sandpaper. This right here. Didn't work. I got crazy and got some of this drywall screen, cut some little strips off of here, just 2 of these little lines wide, put it in there. That didn't work. I was going to make a video of me throwing this into the garbage can. Then I thought, no, I'll try some more stuff. So I sanded this down with that 60 grit or whatever it is, and I noticed that that screen was still stuck in here. And so I got, I don't even know if I need to show you this. It drives me crazy when people do that. I got my little homemade scraper or pick, and I picked the stuff out of the middle. And that made it so there's the 2 high spots clamped down on this tube. And when I clamp those 2 high spots, you can still see there's still remnants of that screen smushed in there. When I did that, it works, but it's not going to work like, it's not going to work like the old-fashioned way with the bar. You're not going to be able to see anything. So you got to be able to go by feel. Before I get into that, let's take a look at some of my previous attempts. Okay. Here's this one. No, screw that. Basically, why this doesn't work really well for me is because I've got some upper body strength, and I will crunk down on stuff until I think it's tight, which means I've smushed everything in there. So I suggest you're going to need to practice, is what I'm saying. You're going to need to practice, get yourself a practice stick, smush it in there. So let's say, okay. Let me work on illustrating this some. What you got to do is you got to get the feel. And it's hard to do that with this kit. And what I found was that when I use the bar, I can see what's going on. I can see when it's smushing down. And that gives me an idea of the tension I'm putting on it, because both of these use the same bits. See, that's what you want. You want it to be tight on there. That's what that sanding does. Just like so. Okay, so next you'll get your 3/16 bit out. It's gonna go in there like so, and well, dang it, this is not working out. Hold on.